Good morning to those who listen. It's February 20th, 2023. It's 5 a.m. I've been up looking at this episode of The Simpsons for a while, and there's a lot of stuff in here. All right, please, if anybody can see something that I'm not seeing, that might be, some more hidden messages in here, please comment. But I found a lot of disturbing things in this episode. First off, it was aired on February 19th, 2023, episode 30, or season 34, episode 13, The Many Saints of Springfield. Possibly TMSOS might mean something to start with. Okay, so Homer gets dragged down into the couch. I don't want to show the whole thing, but another thing too, I might want to knock the sound off. Okay, so I'm going to skip forward a little bit.
Oh, good pile of garbage!
Not the first time I've heard that.
Where do you know that voice?
Alf. Alien life form. I'm going to pause in between all this stuff too. I'm going to try to get as much in here as I can that I can remember. I'm really super tired, so I might have to do another video. But let me kind of explain what's going on in this episode. Flanders is having all this bad stuff happening to him, and he thinks he's kind of, lost his religion. And so he needs help, and so he winds up going to Fat Tony and getting mixed up with the mob. And, he gets tricked into it, I guess. He thinks that it's going to help him out and everything. So all this bad stuff keeps happening to him. His trash can caught on fire. And then in a second here, his car catches on fire too.
How you doing?
Everything's on fire, which is weird.
Ned Flanders, is everything okay?
Well, let's just say maybe.
So he needs to get some help. He's losing everything. Car catches on fire too. So that's when he gets help. Oh, here, this is a funny thing. All right, sorry. Some of the stuff really is funny though. All right, so I gotta be careful not to skip stuff too, because there's a lot of weird little stuff in the background too. Okay, so over here we got, and you'll see it better, chicken and eggs. And over here is chicken.
You ever question your life, Marge? You ever say, what's the point of going to church this Tuesday?
What?
Tuesday.
What?
I'm going to try to do this. Okay, I think this means something, and I will try to go over a little bit what possibly could be. But he says maybe some kind of a code thing here. Listen to this.
Bart's teacher?
Oh, yes, I was. You can look it up. CADF 12. Those were his grades in the days he was absent. CADF 12.
It was like they really enforced it. CADF 12. I thought of maybe F-12 fighter jets.
I really don't recall that.
Well, I just...
Oops.
Back when I was briefly Bart's teacher.
You were Bart's teacher?
Oh, yes, I was. You can look it up.
You can look it up.
CADF 12. Those were his grades in the days he was absent. CADF 12.
Just some weird, odd facts. I never knew that Flanders was Bart Simpson's teacher. Real quick over there, you can see the chicken and eggs. Then we got world troubles, those things. I don't know if possibly the WGST could be something. Okay, now here's some weird stuff. If you look over, here, let me make it clearer. If you look over here, we got the clock is 11 o'clock. We also have right below it fire, right?
Jesus.
Okay, now hold it right there.
He-
This is a public school.
The principal comes
Not
in,
trying to save sinners.
Yes,
and
sir.
then it flashes back. Now suddenly it's 11:07, maybe 11:08, right?
Are you praying for my soul right now?
I am.
That is the one and only thing I can punish you for. Get out!
And then it goes back.
There,
Let me go
this
back
is a
again.
public school.
So it's
Not
11.
trying to save sinners.
It goes
Yes,
to
sir.
11:07.
For my soul right now.
I am.
That is the one
And then-
only thing I can punish you for. Get out!
And then it goes back to 11 again. Guessing 11 a.m. since they're in school. And then he gets in trouble and he has to write on the board. And then the time is 3:10. Is that something? And then he has to write this on the board. Then he goes to a Catholic church to go pray. I don't know if this could be something too. Our Lady of Dwindling Attendance. Maybe LODA. I looked that up too. I don't know if that's anything to do with it, but there was a pipe boom in Philly. They found one, and they said it was made of PVC, which is very odd too. And they found it, and it was right behind a church, which is also near a river too, but it was by a Catholic church, which is really weird. I think it was St. Dominic's Church. And then Fat Tony enters into it, offering some help, and listen to what he says.
I'm always looking for new opportunities. I could be, what do they call it? Your angel investor?
Angel Investor. And I was like, Angel Investor. Oh, take the first two letters, you got A-I.
Now, what is it that you do?
I sell left-handed merchandise.
You don't say. I was...
Sells left-handed merchandise. The left side. Just looking at the time, don't know if that's anything. 7:18. So then Flanders gets out, or tries to get out of the mob, and then Fat Tony has his house
Okay. Time for Plan B, asylum at the church.
and then he goes to the, that's where he was going to go. But here's something also. You didn't see nothing. And then I thought it was really strange that my on my last video, they picked the thumbnail for insurance policy, which reminds me of the lawsuits that are going to be against the railroad. And then it gets even stranger. And then, of course, the train derails and winds up in the river. And then the FBI swoops in. I think this one was the funniest, though. Frozen bars of ice cream. Mentioned the book Divergent. Okay, I'm going to sloppily do the rest of this here because I got so many tabs up there. But somehow when I put in the CADF 12, it came up with episode The Cad and the Hat from 2017. And I didn't think nothing of it, but then when I saw the date, the original air date was February 19th, 2017, exactly 6 years from this episode that we're talking about right now. When I put that in the search, I did without the Simpsons in there, but it did come up with a Twitter thing. So the Twitter thing over here I thought was really weird. I had the Alf in there. But it was funny how nobody said anything about the train and the fire. So there was nothing about that, which I thought was very strange. Also in this episode, it says the title screen, it shows Abraham Lincoln and George Washington are flying towards each other in hot air balloons. With Lincoln's balloon colored red and Washington's balloon colored blue, voting for them. They then collide with each other, causing the balloons to burst. I thought that was really strange also. And also in this episode, it said that they were going to the beach, and they were going to a private part of the beach where the water was clean. But they found out that the water was just as polluted. I was looking for times of when things were happening, with the train and, the shooting down of the balloon. And I don't know if these, the times what they had on The Simpsons, I didn't see anything that did, but I was looking at it anyway. I started looking for stuff, with those initials. I wound up getting, with the F-12, I got the F-12 fighter jet, which was also called the Lockheed YF-12. And also, if you put in, I put in Central Air Force, because when I was looking something up from before, it came up with CADF. It was Central Air Defense Force. But that program ended in 1962. No, still 1961. No, it was 1960. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all this. Early 60s. I think it ended right before Kennedy was sworn in. He was before the election even. More weird stuff. So then, I was looking at the F-12s. I thought, was an F-12, did they shoot the missile that blew up the balloon? No, it was an F-22, which I guess was like a predecessor, or not the predecessor, but the one that came after. And then the other thing that I thought of too, which I thought was very strange, when they said that they wound up shooting down a hobbyist balloon, and the balloon cost $12, and then the number in that Flanders was talking about was 12. When I was looking up the TMSOS, which would have been the name, the initials for the name of the episode, what was it? The Saints of Springfield. It came up with some weird stuff, and some of them were brakes. I don't know if they were like brake valves and stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff that it came up with. But this was the original picture, which I thought was weird. So I don't know if it had anything to do with that anything either. And then, other articles went into errors. The errors that happened after compensation. I don't know nothing. It's just too much. There's a lot here, but maybe that has something to do with parts of a train. I don't know. And then, if you look up like railroad, CADF-12, it comes up with like blueprints of locomotives and trains and train tracks. I just thought it was really strange. And then I thought, maybe chemical ash dispersal F-12, CAD again. But then it came up with this, which is weird because it's like chemical warfare. So I thought that was really strange that that came up in there too. There's stuff I was looking up, a lot of weird stuff. Oh, that was the Simpsons thing, yeah. See, they, I don't know when they made this episode. The release date was Sunday, the 19th. So yesterday. And they actually had a thing on it on January 12th. So the episode was made, you know, I don't know if maybe they went in and updated it, because it was January 1st was the last episode of The Simpsons before this one. So there was a long time. It was 6 weeks in between episodes. So that was kind of strange too. Sorry, this is a long video. I tried to cram everything in there that I could think about. I don't know if I missed anything, if I passed over something or forgot to mention something. But if there's anything in there that you guys see that I didn't see, you know, throw that out there. It's just a really weird coincidence. Really weird coincidence with all the weird stuff. And I really thought it was really crazy that the train was on fire and then it actually derailed and then went into the river. That's just crazy insane. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I was going to do a video too, which I'm still going to do, about Nina and the 99 red balloons, the Luft balloons, which actually could be air balloons. Luft is air. So there's a whole thing on that. I'll have to do a video on this because I found some really interesting stuff about this too. If you look at the lyrics for the German version, not the translated version, but what they would actually say in German, not just like the translation for there's a lot of stuff. So there's some different stuff that was in the German version of the song that really kind of relates to what's going on too. So I'm going to do a video on that too. But that's it. I don't want this to go any longer. Wow. Thanks for watching, and please comment if you can add something or just anything, that might help with trying to figure out how the Simpsons come up with this predictive stuff. It's unbelievable. Thanks for watching, and God bless.